As President Trump and China's President Xi Jinping circle each other across the negotiating table, both leaders want to win. But their definitions of victory could not be further apart. The world's two largest economies, locked in a decade-long rivalry, are once again at a defining crossroads. Each side nursing grievances, each side holding cards that it refuses to lay flat on the table. For Trump, the calculus is familiar. America is owed. He has long argued that decades of Chinese manufacturing dominance hollowed out the U.S. industrial heartland. The Trump administration accuses China of achieving that through subsidies, currency manipulation, and intellectual property theft. Tariffs, in Trump's worldview, are not a blunt instrument, they are the leverage. Washington's core demands center on slashing the yawning bilateral trade deficit. Trump also wants Beijing to open its domestic markets to American financial services, agriculture, and tech firms. On the other hand, you've got Xi. His calculus is no less firm. China has framed economic self-reliance as a national security imperative. Beijing is willing to offer concessions, expanded agricultural purchases, and pledges on fentanyl precursor controls. But it will not dismantle the state-led industrial model that underpins its ambitions in semiconductors, EVs, and green tech. The sticking points are structural. Washington wants binding agreements. The cost of Phase 1 deal still haunts American negotiators. They watch China fall short of its purchase commitments with little consequence. Any tariff deal agreed upon would carry this subtext into every clause. Then there are the more sensitive topics: Taiwan, semiconductors, and the South China Sea. What both leaders ironically share is electoral and political urgency. Trump needs a visible economic win to anchor his domestic agenda. Xi needs stability to nurse a slowing economy. And that mutual pressure may be the only real basis for a deal. Expectations are for a transactional deal built to last precisely as long as it proves convenient to both. As the meeting between Trump and Xi starts in Beijing, in fact, it has happened. Let's quickly tell you how the Chinese people are really looking at it. Take a listen.
I'll be paying attention because the whole country's economy is tied to this in some ways, so I'll be following it. I hope China and the United States can have a more harmonious relationship. That way, both our country and the whole world will develop better. Right, he's a controversial figure. But honestly, my impression of him isn't that great, speaking very realistically, because he's always changing.